You're on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager Say. This is episode number 58. And still returning on the back of the season opener with Leeds away and our first Europa League phase game at home to PSV. Before we get to the games though, shall we both be getting on off camera? So just before we take a look at what happened in the run off camera, real briefly, I want to show you what happened in the window, which is just now closed. As you'll see, no one of note got sold. We sold a young striker for £1 million, and I included one of those 50% next sale clause, just in case he ever develops. Loaned out a load of our youngsters, such as John Wurst. Simic has finally gone out on loan after 3 years, stuck in our under-21s. Guglieri, the young Italian goalkeeper, going to Ibar. Jenkins has gone to Almeria as well. So yeah, just loaned out a few players there just to help with their development. And of course, in terms of signings, you already knew the player that was coming in, the young Israeli goalkeeper, Amit Dadon, signing for £3 million. Nothing else was done though, which means, as you'll see right now, we're still really healthy in terms of our bank balance and transfer budget as well. No deals really available on deadline day, so didn't see the need to panic buy. So, in run of camera, 4 games, all in the Premier League, and I say it's every single time. It's been a bit of a mixed run, really. Beginning with back-to-back wins, though, to make it 3 wins on the trot to start the season off. First, Watford at home, where I almost put my fist through my Mac. Honestly, man. We had three disallowed goals in the game. After Garang gave us the lead, Watford levelled it. And again, 3 disallowed goals. And had it not been for Batman coming off the bench and rescuing us in the 90th minute, we would have failed to win this game, and I would have been absolutely livid. One of those games where you just dominate and nothing goes your way, but in the end, thankfully, Batman to the rescue at the death, not for the first time since I've been here at Bournemouth. And our following game was a 3-1 victory at home to Luton. Once again, though, left it late after taking the lead. Yep, got ourselves in front for an own goal for Adam Webster, deflecting in Kowal's tight angle shot. Luton found their leveller, then it went down to 10 men. It was 15 minutes to go. It was a training exercise, just couldn't break down Luton and find that winning goal. In the end, sent off Enrique Araujo, and for the second game in a row, the subs ended up proving to be the game winner for us. Yeah, Araujo came off the bench to score his first 2 goals to the club, one in the 77th minute, and then his stoppage time in a 3-1 victory. I still can't get over the fact that Bournemouth fans said that signing was a C. A C. You weren't saying that after the game when he single-handedly won us the game, did you? But still, following that, our first loss of the season and back-to-back games about a win, starting off with a 2-1 loss away against Everton. We did take lead in the game once again. Garang with another heading in a Sucic cross, but sadly collapsed in this one. First, Marcus Tavernier, our former winger, scoring against us, making it 1-1, and then Alex Iwobi tapping in a deflected effort after we failed to deal with a throw. So the final game of Carroll was a goalless draw as well. We took on Arsenal, and I played a really defence-based system, just basically kept it tight, and you see me do this before, drop our defensive line basically to the goal line and saves the opposition come break us down. In the end, they weren't able to, and we got ourselves just our second clean sheet of the season and a credible point. So right now, as you can see, 5 games in, it's been an okay start so far. As you'll see, the Manchester boys leaping out to fantastic starts with 5 wins in 6, but only the 1 defeat in 6, only 1 defeat in 5, 3 wins in 5 as well. It's been okay. Slightly concerned at just 8 goals in 5 games, but other than that, it's been it's been okay. This to me would be the best ever finish in Bournemouth's history. So far so good, I'd say. To me, I mentioned before, like, we have to make sure from here on out we are a guaranteed Europa League team. We don't have to be in the Champions League next year. We don't have to be. I want to be. We don't have to be. But the key is not dropping any lower than the top 6 now. Last year, our best ever finish was 6th. We cannot drop out of the Europa League back into the Conference League. As I said it, we're too good for that competition now. We'll aim to win it every time we're in it. We have to make sure from here on out we are no lower than here. Right, yeah, that's the Europa League league phase drawn as well. Probably should show you the fixtures we've got as well. Starting, of course, with PSV. Then we'll take on the Hungarian side, Ferencváros at home. Then we travel to Turkey to take on Trabzonspor. Then away in Sweden against Malmo. Then we've got, not Simeone's Atletico Madrid anymore, sorry. Now Christophe Galtier's Atletico Madrid, but Atletico Madrid away. And our final game will be KRC. Oh, no, it's not. It's games in January. Blimey. late January. We still got Europa League phase games. But yeah, anyway, those are the fixtures for the Europa League. And there you go. So, first game of the two then. No wins in our last two. And aim to bounce back here as take on Leeds away at Ellen Road. Right now in injury report, a few players have gone down and a few players coming back. The Chump is currently down with a sports hernia. Mia is also coming back from ligament damage, sprained ankle ligament damage. We won't see him in the first game, probably not the second game today as well. Araujo's not fully fit, but other than that, everyone is fine. This, by the way, was the system I used against Arsenal. 5-2-3 tiki-taka with an anchor man and a ball-winning midfielder. 5-man back line, no wing-backs, and also a covering centre-half as well. It worked really, really well. I mean, Arsenal did have a disallowed goal, yes, I'll be honest, when I think it was Joe Gomez switched off temporarily, but it was just a really, really, kind of just break us down system. Low block, much low defensive line. We allow crosses into the box. Felt confident at the height we've got to be okay, and we were. So, yeah, it worked out in the last game, but of course in this one we will be going for the win. So, this is our team. George in goal, back for his small cone, Garza, Mascara, and Arrows in midfield trios. McTominay coming back for the first time since the injury on the opening day. Urisevic and Scott as well. Batarina on the left, Sutic on the right, and Garan Kowal is up top. On the bench you've got Ward, Gomez, Mitchell, Forsberg, Radalovic, Traore, Soria, Quezada, and also Enrique as well. 2 assists in his first 2 games for us at Real, including for that game winner through Batarina on matchday 2 as well. Mate, he's just so excited, honestly, man, seriously. Anyway, first of 2 games, let's try and get back to winning ways here. Leeds away and then a road. Tough one, but come on, you cherries. I was going to start Quezada in this game, but due to the slight tiredness, I think I'll rest him for the PSV game on Thursday night. Small cone suspended for that one as well, so I'll start Tarek Mitchell on Thursday night, and Gaz can play the full 90 in this one. Yeah, again, slightly concerned. Just the 8 goals in 5 games. Not great for a team with, again, what is unbelievable attacking quality. So, yeah, little concerned. Only 2 clean sheets so far as well, and that's going to continue as well. It's never been a better Bournemouth team as far as I'm concerned. This is our best team, no doubt about it. But I just, I don't really know what it is we're missing at the moment. I still feel as though we are missing like 1 or 2 star players to get us in the top 4. But the question is, do we blow it up where we are right now? Or do we just trust the likes of Quezada and Smallcombe are going to just become absolute monsters in 2 or 3 years, which based on their potential is definitely a high probability. It's a tough one. It's a really, really tough one. Do you blow it all up, gain tons and tons of money, maybe like $250 million, possibly even more than that, selling the stars, your Batarinas, your Kowals, your Traores and so on? Or do you just trust that the young talent you've got can take the next step up? It's a gamble, but I say stick. I say stick with what we got. What we do need, though, for sure, is, I would say, more consistency. That, to me, is our biggest issue. How many times do you hear me say, I say it practically every single time I begin the episode, it's been a mixed round off camera, it's been mixed. As Joe Galhar makes it too. Like, we can get credible draws and clean sheets against Arsenal. We can get fantastic victories away at St James. But every now and then, we just have like 3, 4, 5 games on the bounce. You might pick up like 1 win, scrape it by a goal, and have big slip-ups in games like this one where it expects to win. That is our biggest problem. We are just so inconsistent. Fuck's sake, guys, honestly. Come on. Like, we're not going to be able to be a top 4 team if we can't win these sort of games. 2-0 down in half an hour. Absolutely embarrassing. I hate to say it as well, I love this 4-3-3, but I think I need like a secondary system to play on a more regular basis as well. Because that low block system, that defence-minded system, that's only really going to be useful in the games where we're taking on one of the big boys. But yeah, so far we've been terrible, lads. This has been poor. At the end of the day, this isn't a tactical problem. I've said it before, this is just mentality. You ain't got the heart out there, lads. You got to at least do something. Come on. Terrible, lads. Absolutely terrible. There's absolutely no excuse for this as well. Do you know what I mean? No excuse. Absolutely no excuse. I could take losing and being beaten comfortably by a better team. I could take losing when we've been unlucky. Can't take losing when we've done absolutely nothing. No creativity whatsoever. And our guards not had to off the line with 3-0 down. This is embarrassing. Not a single shot on target in an hour's worth of play. And Leeds, to be fair, have got a good team in this save, don't get me wrong. But This is still unacceptable for a team of our attacking quality to have no shots on target in an hour. That's why I said I was concerned about the goals. You might think 8 goals in 5. That's not that bad, Doxy boy, but with this, the point is, this was an amazing attacking team. Guran's got to finish. Oh, come on, Kowal. Rounds the keeper, but hits it straight at Charlie Creswell. What? Oh, God. He's had an okay start to the season, but that's a sitter. Poor. Really, really poor. No excuse for this. Absolutely no excuse. Absolutely no excuse at all. McTominay loses out to Gelhardt. And it's free. No excuse for this. Just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I mean, I get it's a long RTG. I get it's going to take a long time before we become one of the best. But this was an absolute embarrassment. Not a single shot on target with 10 attempts and a goalkeeper being rounded on a one-on-one as well. There is absolutely no excuse for that. That's all right. Absolutely no excuse for that. There we go. Got there in the end. Get those hang gliders out. That's just so poor. Forget defending disengaged. I'm disengaged after that performance. Go to the local children's hospital as well and donate a few shirts. They'll probably send them back after that performance. That's pathetic, honestly. No wins in our last 3 now, dropping down to 6th. How are we ever going to be in the top 4 with those sort of performances? Awful. I think we need a new tactic. I really do. I do like this 4-3-3. It's been our go-to for over a season now. But I have to say, as much as the high-line gegenpress is often the way to go in FM, I feel as though when we've sat deeper and when we've invited pressure and when we've basically just said to teams, come break us down, and we don't press them, we tend to be a little bit more secure. So I think for our next system, I'm not going to go to gegenpress. Still, I did say this year would put most of our eggs in one basket. That is this competition, the Europa League phase. So, with that being the case, we cannot afford to lose match day 1. So, heading into the Europa League phase opener, we will take on the Dutch side PSV. And I have got a new tactical system for this game. Whether it works out or not, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be a 4-3-3. But it's a very low block, low defensive line system. Playing shorter passing, slightly lower tempo, but also bringing the ball out of defence as well. Counter pressing, I said before, sometimes that can really backfire. So I'm going to try and ask the boys to regroup in this team here. We're not pressing whatsoever. We're not preventing the short passing out from the goalkeeper. Again, playing as low as we can in our defensive line, but a mid block as opposed to a low block out of possession. Staying on the feet. No silly tackles either. We'll see if it works. So, 4-3-3. You can tell not too confident. George in goal. Back four is Tyrick, Gomez, Mosquera and Aarons. Scott and McTominay will be our DM duo, with Radulovic slightly further forward. Traore and Quezada are our inside forwards. And I go with Enrique Araujo up top, with no goals and a few for Goran Kowal. On the bench, you've got Ward, Garza, Henderson, Forsby, Irisevic, Baturina, Sucic, Soria, Fernandes, Talat, Watkins, and Gorang as well. Who wants him now? Oh, it's now Hertha Berlin. This guy's had some weird interest since we brought him in. Hertha Berlin want him now. Is it just me, or do in FM, like Hertha Berlin come an unbelievable team? I mean, literally unbelievable. Yeah, in real life, they're down to the second tier for next season. Really weird, isn't it? Anyway, second and final game, PSV. Opening game of the Europa League phase. We got to win this one. No excuses. Come on, you cherries. One thing I do notice this year as well is that you have to have, at the very least, one player that sits deep in your midfield. Like, you cannot have two CMs that both go and attack and then a front four, for example. You have to have at least one anchor man or one deep line playmaker. Otherwise, opposition players just sort of like walk into your box as we're a goal down 2 minutes in for a player that just walked into our box unmarked. What is that? Oh, yeah. We'll play a low defensive line so we won't have too many balls into our box that are easily controlled and converted from close range. Just like what happened 3 minutes into the game. Enrique, firing our leveler, young man. We'll take it. Third goal of the season. First one for us in Europe. Bournemouth back on level terms instantly. I say young man, he's 26 at this point in the save, but that's still young to me. And C, Bournemouth fans, C is how you graded that transfer. What a load of nonsense. This guy's a pure goal scorer. He was on the pitch for 15 minutes against Luton and scored our 2 goals that gave us the win. Guy's phenomenal in this year's FM. And he's through again here from McTominay. Cutting inside, Enrique. Oh, it's gone in. How has that gone in? C? Are you serious? I mean, I'm saying that this goal should never have found the back net. I want to see this one on the replay. I thought, why is he chipping it from there? I've said it before and I'll say it again. You've got to take the match engine with a pinch of salt. But this guy's a giant and he's just been chipped from that angle with that pace, with that trajectory. And I don't know what to say about that. But Enrique's having a field day out there. Oh, great block to keep it at 2-1. He's looking so dangerous, man. I said it when I saw it. There's no negative to this guy. I cannot understand why the Bournemouth fans grade that transfer as a C. He's literally a pure goal scorer. He will get you goals, and that is the main function of a striker. Quezada, good tackle. And now Aarons plays a 1-2 with McTominay and Radulovic to Rao. There is Enrique. He's been the man at the moment in the first 24 minutes. What a ball by Alex Scott. Traore's onto it. Needs a teammate, though. He's got 2 men in the area. Raul! First goal for Raul Quezada! No goals against Leeds, no goals against Everton, 3 in 23 minutes. And this is more like it. The inside forwards linking up, Hamed to the Chilean, and it's a first goal in Bournemouth colours for Raul Quezada. The excitement is real. He's got 2 assists now and a goal as well. And I tell you what, we look fantastic going forward tonight. Really good at getting the space in behind PSV's backline. Here's Mitchell crossing. He's there again and couldn't keep it underneath the bar. He's been great out there to start the season off, Raul Quezada. The hype is real. Fuck the Premier League. We are going for the Europa League. That is our top priority this year. The Premier League is just so strong, you know. I mean, there's the traditional Big Six, none of which have had a major drop-off since the stables began. Yes, a season or 2 here or there. One of them might have fallen out of the order in the top 6, but they're still so strong. No one's dropped off properly. And then you've got Newcastle, mega rich Newcastle, clubs like Leeds, clubs like West Ham that are really good in this save right now as well. It's too strong. It's too strong. In order to get to the Champions League, I know I've said it about 50 times, but I'll say it for the 51st time, we have to win the Europa League. This is the start we wanted tonight. Max storming down the right. He's got Quezada with him and he's found him. The Chilean to McTominay. There's Alex Scott. Out wide to Traore. Down the left. He's got Mitchell just behind him. He gives it to him. And the ex-Palace boy plays the 1-2 and goes to cross. Araujo couldn't get his hat-trick. So close. Still 3-1. We're tearing PSV open. Quezada. Free kick. Oh! Goal. Hat-trick. C, Bournemouth fans. This dude is lights out. Raul almost caught Noppert out with that. In the end, great save by the giant Dutch goalkeeper, but Araujo was not going to miss. Match ball for Enrique. With no goals in 2 for Goran Koal now. Definitely thinking I might start him on the weekend away at Molineux against Wolves. 4-1. PSV not done yet, but I have to say at this current point it's going to take an almighty collapse from us to not get the 3 points on the opening night here. Free kick though, right on the edge of the area, 18 yards from goal, and I expect this one to find the back of the net. Zion Fleming. Oh, pens it off the post, and Georgie did well to not divert it into the back of his own net. PSV continuing to attack here, and they've hit the post again. Wesley off the woodwork this time, and then the shot closed down by Scott McTominay. To be fair, as good as we look going forward, we've had a ton of warning signs here, and we've had to come from behind to lead this game 4-1. So the scoreline, I'd say, a little bit deceptive here. Enrique. Out wide to Ollie Watkins off the bench. Mitchell takes over. Can he slide through Ollie down left? Yes, he can. Watkins, the senior, to Radulovic, who scores at the second attempt. And it is 5 for Bournemouth. No problem scoring goals in this system. We've been brilliant at tearing PSV open tonight. So, I said we needed a new tactical system. And it might only be 1 game, but I was very encouraged by that. 5 goals. Could have had a couple more as well. To be fair, we did concede an awful lot of shots and great chance for PSV as well. But to be fair, going forward, that was my main concern start the season off, and no such concerns there with our most goals scored in a game to start the season off with 5. And Enrique with a hat-trick as well was absolutely phenomenal to see too. So, there we go, back on track, and I'll say it again, the Premier League, as much as I'd love to finish in the top 4, I just can't see us having the quality to do that in 38 games. But can we win the Europa League? Based on that performance, absolutely. But that was this episode of the FM Save, guys. Big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you like, much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I might come back slightly early there, because I think that Chelsea and Spurs doubleheader, I think that, to me, is where we'll know if we could actually be in a top 4 race properly this season. The two teams out of the Big Six that have stumbled out the blocks this year, away and at home, the London boys, international break, sandwiched in between. I'm going to do that. I think doubleheader against Chelsea and Spurs. Have a great day though, guys. Much love, and I will see you for my next episode of the Football Manager Save very soon.